Well, hello everybody. Dr. Ray, Chiropractic Plus, ready for your webinar? We're going to kick it today. Called the COVID 15 pounds. So again, like I said last time, my studio's on my right and I'm looking at you on the left at the program. So if I tend to look to the right a little bit, don't get too confused. I'm just trying to get things working as best I can. So let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this up to the big view. Where am I? Where's my little view? There we go. That's me on the left-hand side, Mr. Tiny Man. All right, so let's go ahead and get started this COVID 15 pounds. Here's what we know, okay? It's interesting because we have a unique perspective being a 5 Essentials office. You know, I've been telling patients, man, the average person in the United States has gained at least 15 pounds since this COVID 15 pound, this COVID thing hit. And it makes logical sense. Why? Because we're sitting on our bums, we're watching Netflix movies, we're binge watching, we're eating crappy food. They closed organic markets. They opened up the drive-throughs. We're drinking alcohol more than ever. We're hitting the pot shops. We're doing all the things that are nasty for our body. So it's not surprising that we've gotten sicker. Now, here's what's interesting though. Okay, a lot of my patients have lost weight. Now that's what I find ironic, but here's the deal. Because they were not working, they said, you know what? It's time for me to get to business and start applying the principles that we at this office, Max Living, teach. Is start applying the principles of good health. Well, they've lost most people in my office, my staff have lost a bunch of weight. I'm so proud of everybody. But let's keep the ball rolling. Now, everything we're going to be teaching here can be applied for weight loss, but generally good health. You're going to learn all about some pretty awesome stuff. So I want to make sure you're here. Now, I just want to, we got some cool stuff coming up. We got a new bugger in our office. His name's Dr. Nick. If you haven't met him yet, he's our newest doctor, brings tons and tons of energy and some awesome innovations he's been bringing to the practice. So if you haven't met him yet, make sure you tell him howdy. Okay, and you all been getting adjusted by Dr. Andrew. You know, he's got a set of hands that are just amazing. I just got my adjustment less than 1 minute ago, preparation for this. So he comes with an inquisitive nature, always looking to innovate, to find solutions for you to help you get better. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I wanted to welcome all the guests. Something's been happening since we started this whole thing. We've been getting people from not just Colorado and Thornton and the North area. We've been getting people from all over the place. So I want to first of all welcome everybody from different countries. For all I know, I'm not that smart with this stuff, but hopefully you're all watching, learning, and applying principles. And of course, there's me. I've been around for 33 years. I'm the old fart in our office, but again, I forgot more about chiropractic, health, and wellness. Most of these guys know. So we're here taking that clinical expertise and excellence and helping you through those health challenges. So that's a little bit about our office and the docs and my wonderful team, all the rest of my staff. So, and again, just don't forget what our mission is. Now, again, you're here for certain reasons, okay? Whether that be to eliminate back pain, neck pain, headaches, to help the digestion, help you with the diabetes, help you better health, but also have a better life, be able to participate with your children, go camping. The 4th of July just happened. Did you get to enjoy it? Or were you spending your time sitting because you're in horrible pain, unable to participate in life? So we want to empower longer, healthier lives through chiropractic care and the integration of the 5 critical essentials, which includes, I call number 1 is maximizing the mind. What's happening right here with you needs to happen. We need to constantly be pouring in information so that you make educated, rational decisions to accept the joy life has to offer. Nervous system, you're going to learn about the chiropractic side of it. Nutrition, a lot today. Exercise and fitness, we're going to hit that today. And of course, detoxification, we'll be hitting that as well. Just a quick thing too, down below, you'll see, you can enter comments, questions, and guys, please throw some stuff down. Oh, we got some stuff already. Good. Hey, Steve, what's going on? Richard, Virginia. Hey, Virginia. Okay, all you guys are online with me, so let's keep this ball rolling. Share this video, keep putting stuff down, say, hey, it's me, I'm here, and just let me know. And again, post your questions. As I'm going through the PowerPoint, you may come up with some thoughts or ideas. that you may not understand, or I go a little fast or a little bit confusing, just ask the question and I can sure answer it at the end. We got time for that as well. So tonight we're going to talk all about keto, okay? But it's keto to help you, not keto to kill you. Okay. When people think about keto, they don't think about the right type of ketogenic eating. But the whole idea is we are a machine, all right? And we are we're the Mercedes-Benz of the planet. If you're in my office, your car will become a Mercedes-Benz. It'll develop into that. It's going to be the hottest running, fastest running Mercedes on the planet. Now, what do you put inside of a Mercedes? You put in premium gasoline or you put it in garbage. See, you're a premium machine, and keto is the premium gasoline to make that happen. See, we're going to put stuff into you so your car will last and not just exist. You see, I want you telling life, I want this, I'm going to do this, and not letting life dictate back to you. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh, life won't let me do that. Guys, that's the biggest crock of hooey I've ever heard in my life. It's time for you to accept the fact you're the owner and the person in charge of this machine. It's time for you to step up, do your job, do what's necessary, and rock it. That's what it's all about. So, ketogenic eating, okay? Now, these are our macronutrients. There's 3 of them. There's carbs, proteins, and fats. And that's the perfect ratio right there. But it's not just the quantity of the macronutrients, it's the quality as well. Because a lot of people say, I'm eating keto. I'm just going to go ahead and eat all the fat I can and the nastiest commercially grown cows and eating garbage meat, fats and garbage meats and tons and the high glycemic carbs. Guys, it's important. We got to get that right balance going on. So can I have burgers? Can I have bacon? The answer is yes, as long as you're not the poisonous stuff. We got to watch out, okay? We don't want to eat it to a dead end. We want to eat it to good health. And that's what this is all about, making sure you get it. What keto should not be, okay? So you exchange for weight and you die. I don't think that's a good exchange system. Okay. It makes me crazy. You see different people. I mean, I feel sad for these people. They end up with gastric bypasses and all these medical procedures trying to lose weight. And they put gastric sleeves and all these things to limit the quantity of nutrients, making themselves sick and end up making themselves die early. Yeah. Is obesity bad? How about starvation? And that's what happens when you're doing all these things. So you've got to be smart. So we've got to have the right exchange system as it relates to this. So it's important is quality nutrients. So let's talk about the quality nutrients. Organic everything. Guys, I can't stress enough. Organic, organic, organic. Okay? We have poisoned ourselves to the point of almost oblivion, to the concern we're having lower sperm counts and the ability, we're not going to be able to reproduce if we don't start watching ourselves. So let's put it like it was meant to be, organic. And the fats we want to be consuming a lot of, big percentage, raw nuts and seeds. Okay, that's going to be, that's my mainstay. If it weren't for raw nuts and seeds, I'd probably starve to death because I eat 90% of that under my desk. I got it hidden under here with us. Coconut oil, that's your primary cooking oil. Okay, coconut oil, it doesn't rancidify at high temperatures or hydrogenate. And again, we know about hydrogenated oils. Olive oils, avocados, organic butter. Those are our mainstays. I mean, slather on the organic butter. Eat some guacamole. Put some olive oil in, mix it with some spices, and make a wonderful salad. And that's a great way to crank up your oil content to make your body burning and eating that primary fuel, which is fat. Okay? Now, when it comes to carbs, not all carbs are created equal. You hear the word carb, ooh, bad news bears, carbs. No for carbs. Absolutely yes to carbs, as long as they're the right kinds. We're looking at net carbs. See, what we're worried about are called high glycemic carbs. Okay, high glycemic means that they cause an insulin spike. See, insulin, when you put sugar into your body, the pancreas releases insulin and it spikes. Now, when it spikes, it takes that sugar and stores it everywhere it can. And oftentimes it fills up the muscles, fills up the liver. And then what does it do with the rest of it? I know. Let's convert it and stick it on our hips. Let's put it on his belly. Let's put it on all over the body and make us morbidly obese. So it's really sugar that's the culprit, but it's the high glycemic sugars. Things like fiber. Fiber's great. It binds up all of the poisons in your gut as you're eliminating waste. Sugar alcohols, like listed here, we got erythritol and xylitol. Those are great. They're sweet, but they don't cause the high spike in insulin. So again, we're looking at net. So for this example, it says you have a snack bar of 20 carbs, 5 with fiber, 2 with sugar alcohols. That means your net carb is only 13. So that's a nice little thing when you're reading sides of packages and looking at things, making sure carbs are not necessarily a bad bugger, okay? So it's the net carbs. It's the bad guys we don't want. The things that cause the insulin spikes, your soda pops, your candy bars, your grains, your rices, your corn. Corn's terrible. Corn, it's all, again, I love corn. Don't get me wrong. I love the taste of corn, okay? But it's basically just mainly sugar, and it's the worst kind of sugar. You have that corn sugar, that fructose corn syrup. That's what they talk about, high fructose corn syrup. So watch for those guys. Those are the ones we want to try to avoid. Now, for many people, we're concerned about weight loss. For others, it's not. Keto is for both. Keto is the diet that's going to keep your body healthy by making you a fat burning machine. Keto, those ketone bodies, they're loaded like little bundles of super juice that allows your body to just burst out of its seams and bust out all that, burn up all those calories and make those things happen. But the key is, guys, we've got to get you into a fat adapted state. Right now, I guarantee you that the majority of you out there are not fat adapted. You got to have what's called metabolic adaptability. You got to be able to switch back and forth between the various types of macronutrients. But because we consume so much sugar, everything runs through the pancreas, runs through the pancreas, runs through the pancreas. When the ketone bodies, when the fat enters the body, it needs to run through the liver to generate those ketone bodies. Well, the problem is we don't do that enough. So that poor body, when you put the fat in there, you end up with some problems, which we'll get into. So we've got to make sure you're metabolically adaptive, have metabolic adaptability, being able to jump back and forth as needed. And that's really what we want. But because of the food pyramid and all the misrepresentation we've had out there, guys, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. All right. So let's make sure and get this happen. So the health benefits of ketosis, brain. Guys, you want to have a brain that is not on fire, which means inflamed. That comes from sugar. You want an on fire brain, meaning it's clicked. I mean, you're just like, oh man, you're killing it. That is ketone bodies. The brain loves this. Look at these stats. Ketones supply 70% of brain energy, improve memory, cognition. And for those out there suffering from migraines, I have no idea why I keep talking about migraines, but it keeps showing up in my life. If you got migraines, ketosis. That's the way to do it. So, and then blood sugar. You know, this is what's really cool. We just talked about this guy, and this is kind of gross, I think. But that insulin spike we talked about. When we eat sugar, sugar spikes insulin. Now, insulin is the storage molecule. So that when you eat a lot of sugar, the brain kicks out a ton of insulin and it stores it away in all the sources, including belly fat and butt fat and fat all over your body. So we've got to make sure that we're reducing that. So what happens in ketosis, the brain takes those ketone bodies and burns those buggers as fuel, and we need less of it. And so ultimately, when the body is mobilizing that, you're going to mobilize all the fat off your body because of that sugar stuff. Now, intermittent fasting. Now, this is like, how do I describe this? Intermittent fasting is the ketosis or ketone. It's this little brother, okay? They work together. All right. So if you're using ketosis and the fat burning and couple that with intermittent fasting and the type of exercise we talk about, you're going to be the most healthy, most fit, most amazing human being on the planet. So intermittent fasting. Now, I didn't say fasting like starving. Okay. So once your body becomes more adaptive, Now, let's talk about fasting a little bit more as to why it's so important. Well, intermittent fasting, what it does, I call it spring cleaning for the body. See, if you're in a constant state of feed, and that's what they taught us years ago is, grazing, eat all the time. Well, your body never has time to just build. It's always just consuming and dealing with food. Well, that's why we end up obese and fat and everything else. When you fast, the body then can pick up all the debris. Picture your body with all kinds of chunks of food and crap and stuff laying around. Well, like spring cleaning your house, right? You clean up all that stuff and all that garbage gets burned as fuel. I have a good friend of mine, Ronnie, out at the lake at Lake Minnetonka. Hey, Ronnie, if you're watching. But one summer out there for the 4th of July, we go out there almost every year. And it's funny because when my kid was young, we had a bonfire out there and we were burning stuff, and kids love to burn. And they throw some logs on the fire, and they started finding, and whatever they found, Ronnie just sit there and say, burn it. And that's what happens with intermittent fasting. It's just taking all this fat and debris and everything and just burning it. And you burn this like a crazy person. So it works out quite well. For some reason, I got to say this, I put this picture in here and I have no idea why. I left it in because I think it's the coolest picture ever. I remember why. This is the twins. You got ketosis and you got intermittent fasting, the twins. They work together. That's what it was. It just hit me. So the most popular form of fasting is eating everything within an 8-hour window, 3 days a week. All right. So it's an 16, 8, 3. Okay. 16 hours of fasting followed by 8 hours of eating window, 3 days a week. So I'm going to run through it with you. Okay. So let's say your last meal is at 7 p.m. All right. Let's say 6 p.m. Okay. 6 to 6, that's 12 hours and you're sleeping, so you're not really fasting. It's not hard. Then what happens? You wake up. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 12 and 4, 16 hours. You don't have your first meal until 10 o'clock. Okay? And then you would consume your meals. And again, I encourage you to do the meal replacements, which also augments fat burning and healing and health. And then your 2 food meals, which are ketogenic in nature, which we'll hint when we get to a little farther down. So, for those that are patients here, you know about the 2 primary eating plans. We have the advanced eating plan and the core eating plan. Now, again, if you're metabolically adapted to handling those things, you'll find that going back and forth and then into ketosis for a while and all these different things, you get used to a certain pattern and you'll find yourself, I like, for example, I was doing so much ketone and so much and I'm minimizing my calorie count and narrowing up and fasting. I lost too much weight. I got pretty thin, lost my muscle mass, and I basically bounced back and I bumped up my proteins. And again, that's the thing though, is you got to experiment. This is not perfect. I don't want to, nor do I expect you to be perfect. I expect you to do your best. And guys, I can think of case after case after case, that of people that have lost following these strategies. And it's so awesome to see. Rainey, I hope you're on, lost over 100 pounds doing this. So guys, this is the facts. These work. And again, we talk about COVID-19 and, if we're healthy as a person, we don't have to worry about that bug. My mother-in-law, she got exposed. She got positive tests, experienced no symptoms because she's applying the principles we teach. Now she has all the antibodies. She's fine. All she has to do now is spread the wealth, have her breathe on you, or whatever it is to get those antibodies out. And guys, if you're a healthy person, you don't have to worry about it. And that's what we teach in our office, right? To express the human potential you deserve to live the life that you deserve to live. Okay? So, advanced plan. This is the 3 basic changes. Sugar and carbohydrates. You're going to eliminate your grains, sugars, fruits, even that grains that turn into things that are sugar and become sugar. And again, remember, talk about net sugars. The xylitols, your alcohol sugars, and your fiber don't count. All right? So minimize that sugar. Okay, protein. Conventional protein, they're going to be grass or grain fed, That means they're going to have pesticides and herbicides. Then what do? Because they keep them so tightly compacted, they use antibiotics obsessively, which then lowers your immune system when you eat it. They use estrogens and testosterones and injections to make them fatter, make them bigger, because they're sold by the pound. So guys, we want to make sure we're getting natural sources. Again, that's organic, grass-fed beef, free-range chickens and eggs, and fish from the ocean. But we have to be careful with the fish, of course. Why? Because we dumped all of our poison into the ocean. Heavy metal toxicity is common. And if that happens to you, we got to do chelation therapy to get that out. Okay? And fats, spent a lot of time on that. Remove the bad fats and replace them with the good ones. Bad fats, margarine, non-organic butter, canola oil. That comes from rapeseed, which is basically a damaged fat instantly. All your vegetable oils, they become damaged in the processing and become hydrogenated in order to make them stabilize. So guys, steer clear. Coconut oil, olive oil, raw nuts and seeds, organic butter, and avocados. Enjoy. Okay. I mean, those are awesome. You just do those. Okay. Now let's turn it into keto. Well, it's simple. Add your ratios. So you're going to add up to 65-77 for fat. Carbs, 8 to 10. Net carbs, and your protein, 15 to 25%. Now, again, these are guidelines. Okay. What happened to me, I was having too much fat, not enough carb, and my protein was dropping. So I started losing muscle mass. So I had to shift my ratios a little bit so I can get a little more muscle mass. And then, of course, I'll get maybe a little too far and start putting on some belly fat. And I'll shift back over to more fats and so on. You see? So you get to play with it a little bit. Okay. So don't make this so stringent. Try, just work at it. Okay. And it's a process. Now, the keto flu. Let me explain this to you, okay? Now, the keto flu, okay? I got a slide I'm going to show you here in a bit. Nobody likes it, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Okay, the keto flu, that's when you start eating the fats that makes your belly sick. You start feeling like you have the flu. Well, when you go keto, your body tends to lose a lot of water, okay? It affects a hormone called aldosterone. And aldosterone manages your trace minerals. And another hormone called antidiuretic hormone, or the non-P hormone. Those become inactivated. And what happens is all of your trace minerals leave the body. Now, trace minerals are critical for the processing of ketones. And if you can't process that because those guys are missing in your diet, you're going to need to bump it up. Quickest way to get away from the keto flu right there, baby. Max Keto Electrolytes. That's all you do. You put this in and you take a swig of it and use it. I got to tell you something though, guys, it's very, very, very salty. So have your water ready because there's so much healthy nutrients or trace minerals in there, not the least of which is sodium or salt. Okay. So use that to help rebalance out those trace minerals. So if you start feeling a little keto flu-ish, a little bit fatigued, lack of energy because you can't process the fat, the answer is those Max Keto Electrolytes. By the way, as I recommend supplements, okay, I want you to basically write those buggers down and get those. Now, you can pick them up here at the office, and I'll explain the discounts, or you can get them here online. Either way, if you buy them online, you'll get a bigger discount. We try and get that happening so you guys can get these in your hands quicker. So the core bundle, okay, what we need, we're going to need the Max Electrolytes. We just talked about that, the depleting of those trace minerals because water tends to leave the body during ketosis. And that makes your muscles look fitter and a lot more vascularity, which is actually kind of neat looking. But again, make sure you replenish those. Now, the Max Keto Medium Chain Triglycerides, the MCT oil. Now, guys, this comes from pure organic coconut oil. Remember, cheaters. Don't go to GNC. Don't go some Safeway. Don't go to Walmart. Don't go up to any of the other grocery stores. Guys, get your stuff here. We know we use top-notch supplements. It's the perfect balance and ratios. The MCT, Dr. Andrew actually filled me in. The innovative guy, he found out that this stuff is the purest MCT oil on the planet. So very simple. And guys, if you have not tried the Max Keto bars, okay, I'm going to tell you something. Buy a box, okay, because you're going to want them. And when you're looking for a snack, what are you going to want to do? You're going to go to the fridge. You're going to, oh my gosh, and grab something that's not good for you. Grab some chips or end up eating some bread, or you know what I'm saying? It's too easy. So if you have these bars available, bam, you can just grab them and go. And it satisfies the craving, and it supports your keto challenge. So this is the core bundle. This is the one you want to get, okay? Whether you've started the weight loss process and want to continue it, whether you want to maintain good health, this is the option. Whether you're into the basic weight loss, this is the beginning right here. Jumpstart, elevate ketones, eases that transition, especially MCT oil and the max electrolytes for the keto flu, and it satisfies those cravings, okay? Now in the advanced bundle, we have some keto meal planning. There's actually a recipe book in there. There's all kinds of neat stuff which will add to that. So that bundle is listed. Now, we put it at the beginning. Now, Amanda will also put them in the middle, so you can start clicking on them and saving them and buying those things. Or we'll also have put them at the very end as well. So she put them beginning, middle, and end, so you guys can have access to those links and write those down. You can also come into the office, okay? And electrolytes, we went into each one. I guess I put these, I was going to talk about them separate. I kind of threw them all together. That's your MCT oil and, of course, your max keto bars. But buy the entire box. Don't buy one or two. Geez, man, that's great. But you'll have those available to you, and they're really, really, really yummy. I'm telling you right now. You're going to get them, and if you don't want them, give them to me because I'll eat them. I promise you. Okay? So that's a lot on nutrition. I know it seems like a lot, but guys, it's really, really, really simple. Just follow the percentages, advanced eating with a twist, add in more of your oils, okay? Follow the supplements, the 3 I gave you, eat the recipes, and you got your nutrition dialed in. Got it? Cool. All right. Oxygen and exercise, okay? And this, I guess this was the slide right here where I put in the thing. And for this is for Mary. Don't panic. I'm not going to talk about the Krebs cycle. Many of you are having anxiety right now from seminars I put on in the past where I went into this in heavy detail. But the only one thing I'm going to point out right here. Here it is right here. There he is, Mr. Oxygen. Okay. Now at the very top, we see fat, carbs, and proteins. Okay. What we're talking about is fat as fuel. Now fat processes through all the way to the end, and the very last step is along the electron transport chain is oxygen. Oxygen converts into water, adds to the nutrient, and becomes energy, ATP. All right, that's it. Now, if you're not exercising to boost up your oxygen levels the way we teach you to exercise, you will back all the way up into fat non-burning. Okay, you're going to start storing fat. You'll end up using protein as an energy source, which has a because protein becomes sugar. You'll end up in a process called glycolysis, which is dirty fuel. It's not premium anymore. You're using garbage fuel, and the byproduct is urea, and you're toxifying your body. Okay, so we got to make sure we're exercising, and that's a critical element to weight loss. Okay, but again, I'm going to tell you right now, Max T3 is the bomb diggity. Okay, I'm telling you right now, the bomb diggity is Max T3. It's called interval training. You're on, off, on, off, on, off. As you exercise, your cortisol starts to skyrocket with all the wonderful testosterone and all the other great hormones. But just about the time cortisol starts to mobilize sugar from protein, okay, you stop and it drops. And it goes up and you burn fat, and then at just about the time it stops. Now, what's really cool about this is the metabolic effect. You work out for 12 minutes and you burn fat for 48 freaking hours. Isn't that cool? 48 hours you get to burn fat just from exercise. Now, here's the question. Would you rather run on a treadmill for, I don't know, an hour and burn fat for an hour? Or would you rather work out for 12 minutes and burn fat for 48 hours? I'm a fan of the burning fat for 48 hours. That's why the interval training that we teach is so important. Now, just for this too, and again, as I talked about with our guests from around the globe here, every Tuesday and Thursday at noon Mountain Standard Time, we go Facebook Live. So I want to encourage you guys to come on with us. Dr. Andrew and Jackie did a great job today. They were up in the mountains and they did Facebook Live and did the exercises in the mountains. So there you go. You get to work out in the mountains with all of our team and the wonderful people we have working with us. So get on that. and for a very minimal cost. You can, it's not on the pack. I don't think Amanda put it in, but talk to the office, call the office, come in, tell me I want the Max T3, and it's an online version. It's $10. I mean, come on, $10 for a crap load of exercises you can do. Can't get a gym membership for $10 one-time set. All right, mindset. Okay. Now, here's the thing I want you to realize as it relates to our minds, okay? The minds control everything, and this is such a tough time right now. There's so many things going on, but we all know that a poor mindset can make you sick. How many people haven't heard, oh, he was so stressed out, it gave him a heart attack. Ooh, he thought those bad thoughts, it got him cancer. Everybody hears this all the time, but I want to put something in your cortex here, okay? Because of the size of our cortex, all we need to do is think about something stressful. You can sit in your easy chair and ponder life, think about what stress and hormones of stress go on the rampage, and you're instantly making yourself sick. Hormones like adrenaline, hormones like cortisol, those guys skyrocket, pumping the heart, causing anxiety, panic attacks, elevated sugar, even in the absence of consuming sugar. Isn't that crazy? So we've got to make sure we're managing that mindset. So here's the bomb. Ready? If thoughts can make us sick, our thoughts can make you healthy too. So by thoughts of joy, thoughts of happiness, I want you to do me a favor and make a list. Write this down right now. Write this down. Go grab a pen, run to the kitchen, grab one, come back. Okay? I want you to write down 10 things you're grateful for. And I want you to read it every morning before you do anything else. Don't pick up the phone. Don't check your emails. Don't check Facebook. Okay, if you want to go to the bathroom first, you can do that. But grab your list, and when you're maybe sitting there, go for it, okay? But the bottom line is read that thing you're grateful for, and that will help to subdue those stress hormones, and it sets a tone for the day. And again, try to do that. But if you do that, watch your world of hate, anger, regret, fear, jealousy, and all those hormones be replaced with joy. Guys, I want you to embrace this because it's so critical. We got to have a joyous life, right? If we're here horribly miserable, guys, we got to replace those horrible, nasty emotions with emotions of joy, happiness, love. Chiropractic. Okay, so here we go. So grateful, happy, empowering thoughts can make you healthy and joyous, correct? We just made that point. If they can make us sick, they can make us healthy. Well, here's the problem as it relates to chiropractic. What do you think happens if you have those thoughts and they never get transmitted? It's stuck in your head. You're stuck in a joyous body of happiness and love and all the beautiful emotions here. You get a misalignment that blocks the message to the heart, to the liver, spleen, stomach, all over the body. The body will simply get sick. You see, here's the thing. Joyous, happy thoughts. There it is inside that guy's brain. See it? And then what happens? It sends a wonderful message downstream through the arcs of life, we call those, in the neck, mid, and lower back that connect through the nervous system to the body, and the body's cool. Everything's rocking. The heart's happy. You have joy in the heart. Your liver's happy. Your lungs are happy. Your colon's happy. I mean, everything's working. Okay. Now let's do this. Let's block those. Let's get misalignment. Let's block the message of joy to the body. And you're still going to express anger inside the body, and you're going to have the anger that you can't seem to unload because the body can't respond and connect properly to the brain. You see, there on the right-hand side there, you'll see a correct bone position, and the yellow thing there, it says healthy nerve, okay? Nerve opening is wide, healthy nerve. Now watch here. See the spine become misaligned, or the word we call it is subluxation, and the nerve is stuck, it's pinched, it's damaged, it's crushed, it's swollen, it's bleeding there, and it can't get that wonderful, joyous message from the brain to the body parts, and your body becomes sick as a consequence. The body decays, and look at the health of that nerve. Now, the question you got to ask yourself, guys, is this. Do you want to be the one on the top, or do you want to be the one on the bottom? Okay? Because if you're the one on the top, you can have a healthy, joyous life through that essential number 2, the core chiropractic. We want to get subluxation to its minimal form. because what creates these subluxations is physical trauma to the body, emotional stress, and chemical exposure. Those things damage our bodies. Toxic thoughts, toxic chemicals, and toxic movements create damage, which accelerates that decay. The nerves become damaged. You cannot express the God-given potential inside your body because of this problem. We have to remove the interference, allow the body to express its full health potential through the nervous system. That's what it's all about. All these different warning signs are things sending you a message. Hey, something's not cool here. You got to take me to Dr. Ray. Now, guys, you have to have over 60% damage to a nerve before you feel anything. So the acid reflux, you've got to have over 60% damage to the stomach nerve. Food intolerances, you got to have 60% damage to your gut. Allergies, asthma, lungs, constipation, bowels, colds, that's immune system. Kind of important these days, don't you think? Isn't it time that you stepped up and got better? Okay. Now, here's the deal. If you're a guest on this webinar right now, I want to schedule your appointment, normally $126 at the discounted rate of only $49. So all you got to do is click on the link, which will take you directly to our website, pick an appointment time, and schedule it, okay? And when you come into the office, you tell us you found us online through the webinar, okay? Now, for everybody else, all of my patients that are watching, and I saw you guys over here, so let's just keep hanging here, all right? I want you to take that link and I want you to forward it to a friend so they can have the dream life they deserve like you're experiencing as well. So guys, time to share. Right now, okay, I got to tell you something, guys. We have programs where we go out in community outreach. We go to the Thornton Fest. We go down to the Taste of Colorado. We go to various businesses and we teach them about these concepts through our Lunch and Learn programs. Well, guess what? We can't do any of that stuff, which means what? It means the only way we can serve and help the community is through your help. So if I have to beg, I guess I will. But the bottom line is, guys, we need your help to help your friends. But you got to teach them about what we do so they can have the health they deserve. Okay? Okay, so now for those people online, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. Well, what you can do is you can schedule a virtual consultation. Now, again, same deal. Okay, the consultation is normally $87. You get it for $40. Now we do it through telehealth. So I'll look at you on a computer monitor, you'll look at me, and we'll address all of your health concerns. And then if you do decide that this is the right thing for you, all you do for the extra $9 is come in and we'll run the x-rays and take care of all the other facets to determine exactly what it's going to take to restore your health back to where it deserves and needs to be. Guys, we've helped so many people. Let us help you. Let us help your friends. Down below in the links, you'll find the keto perspective. Again, you talk about baby steps. I gave you a bunch of them. Now we're into the step-by-steps, what you should be doing between the chiropractic, the nutrition, the mindset, and every other facet. Those are called perspectives. And we have one for just about every health condition you can think of. So if you have a friend or you have a problem yourself, ask, and we can get you that perspective to give you some guidance. As part of that, the core keto pack bundle, included in that with the Max Keto recipe book. So we're going to have a lot of wonderful recipes on how to make your body as healthy as can be through this keto program. All right, so here's your action steps. You guys ready? If you're a guest of this webinar, click on the link and schedule the appointment. It's time. It is your time. It's your time to enjoy the life that you deserve. If you're a patient, forward this to the friends. But guys, as you forward the link, don't just forward the link. Put a little information. Guys, you just say something along the lines of, this is a link to a discount program to schedule an appointment with my doctor's office. Please, please, please schedule that. Go in, listen to them, and let them help you get the life that you deserve instead of the suffering, misery, drugs. I mean, honest to God, who wants more drugs and more surgery in their lives? Okay, I can't say raise your hand, but I'm going to say raise your hand. Yay! Nobody raises their hand. You kidding me? So let's get rid of that. Now, you can either click on the core or the advanced keto bundle. Either way, fine with me, but it's time to get rolling. Every time I do a webinar, every time I do a program, I want you to take action. Take one baby step in that direction. Even if you got to buy one product. Okay. Now here's the secret code. I tell everybody about the secret code. And guys, the code is love. It's love. Okay. So I want you to pour in love to your friends, to your loved ones, to yourself by taking the action that's necessary. So all you do is put in your secret code love and you'll get the discounts on the programs. All right. When you walk in the door, if you choose to purchase the products at the office, just walk in the door and say, look at Amanda or Sam at the front desk and say, God, I love you. And guess what? You're going to get a discount for saying that. That's not just because they love you back, but that's why. Okay. All right. Now there's a questionnaire we've attached. It's a step-by-step on how your nutrition is. Fill that thing out. And now for those of you online, you can schedule that virtual consultation with me. You can fill this thing out. We can discuss this. We can discuss all of your health challenges and we can get you moving in a really good direction. What we do with a lot of people now because of limits in the number of max living offices, because this is not an easy office. Doctors got to do a lot of work compared to a typical chiropractic office. So there's not a lot of us around compared to the volume of human beings on the planet. So a lot of times we'll send them to a chiropractor for some core chiropractic out of state, say Wyoming. But we can handle all the testing through the urine, through the blood, through the saliva, and all the other testing that we do, checking hormones and everything else. So, but fill that questionnaire. It's a nice beginning. And if you'd like to discuss it with me, just call the office at 303-254-8430. We can schedule that appointment or schedule it through the internet on that virtual consultation we talked about. Okay. Now, understanding health from within, understanding your gut. The next one we're going to talk about, the next webinar, it's coming up. I wrote it down here. It's August the 11th at 6:30 p.m. That is going to be our understanding your gut. We got to understand the microbiome. You guys, the truth of the matter is this. We have more bacteria inside of our bodies, okay, than there are cells in our body. So who's calling the shots? Is it us or is it our gut biome? And again, the craziness that's going to be happening to us right now, they're going to start talking this program. We're going to be talking about vaccines on this program. So make sure you log into this one. It's not just about gut. We're going to talk about how vaccinations work. And I just took a seminar and the lady was, it's amazing that the human, we are a part of this world. We are not separate from this world. So by masking up and social distancing, we're damaging our bodies. We're making ourselves sick. And by these vaccinations, the bacteria and the viruses are mutating to adapt. Now, there's a thing called Haemophilus influenza. It's a virus, okay? And it's one that makes us get the flu. All right. So we got to get rid of Haemophilus influenza. So they created a vaccine and destroyed it. Well, guess what? This guy right here used to balance this guy out. Now this guy gets overgrown. Now this one makes us sick. So what do we got to do now? We got to manipulate the body again by another vaccination. And now this one dies. Well, guess what? This guy was mitigated by that guy. Now this guy overgrows. Now we got another problem. You see what we're doing? We're destroying our environment. Just like the world environment. The more we damage it, I mean, there's a perfect balance and a perfect ratio to the environment, to the mountains, to the streams. And the more we pollute it, the more we try to use our own level of intelligence to the point of stupidity. Makes no sense. We've got to make sure we understand how the body works and how that all works. Right now, guys, connection. Make sure that you are sharing this information with friends. Share this webinar. Once it's over, create a watch party. Okay. When you're done, connect. Make sure you like us on Facebook. Make sure you are subscribing and on the YouTube channel and bell icon to make sure you're getting notifications and things as we make them for you. Guys, we are working more. I'm working harder now than I did 30 years ago when I started in practice, trying to get this data out to you so you can have that life. So make sure you connect back with us and share all the data with friends. As this is a slide I took from probably 25 years ago. And I looked at it and I said, you know what? This is the truth right here. We're on a mission. We're on a mission to save lives. But and the first thing I'm gonna do is thank you. I want to thank every one of you out there who are listening to this and who have done their due diligence, and they've written down names for us to call. They have given out our business cards. They have done everything to help us grow this mission. But I got to tell you something. What you're doing is messing your friends up. We're going to teach you right now how to refer. All right. And it's so important because I know how it goes. Okay. Because what do people know about a conventional chiropractic office? Well, back pain, neck pain, and headaches, sciatica sometimes, maybe some carpal tunnel. That's about it, right? So they say, oh my God, I've got this horrible migraine headache. Oh, I got a great chiropractor. Let me give you his business card or give you a coupon because you can go and see him. He can take care of your headaches. Well, they come in with a misconception that I'm a headache doctor and I'll treat their headaches. And because we do so much amazing work, their headaches go away and they don't understand why they're coming here and they quit. Guys, I'm tired of replacing patients because people don't understand. So I'm going to encourage each of you to apply this principle. Say somebody says to you, I've got horrible migraine headaches. Say these words. How would you like to have a permanent solution to those headaches? Well, of course I would. Or permanent solution to whatever they've got manifesting. A permanent solution. Well, who wouldn't? Well, my chiropractor works in the 5 critical essentials of good health. You don't have to know what they are. And he works to ensure your body is healthy. It took time to get it destroyed. He'll rebuild your body back to good health. But it's going to take some time. I want you to understand that. He's not a crack shack. It's my bad joke. He's not going to just crack you and make you feel better temporarily. He's going to do work to enhance your body, reducing subluxation to its minimal form, maintaining that neural integrity, the nutritional, the stress, the detoxification, and the fitness. Guys, you will have the life of your dreams. Would you rather have a referral like that or here, go see my chiropractor, he can crack your back and make you feel better? You see? It makes it so hard on us because we don't want, when you send us somebody, I am so, what's the word? I'm so grateful for that. But I feel terrible when the patients don't come back because, God, I feel like I did them a disservice because I didn't have enough knowledge, enough understanding, enough to help your friends get better. So please, when you refer, make sure you let them know this is a special place. And I want them to understand this is not the typical office. So when they walk in the door, don't expect the crack and pop and pray. We're going to make sure that you get the life of your dream. So do the same thing with the shared messages as well. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to lean over here because I'm going into the Q&A. Hopefully you guys have got some great questions for me. Let's see what we've got. What have we got? Okay. All right, let me move up here. Dr. Ray in the house. All right. What's up, Nick? Dr. Ray Demand. Thank you, Annie. All right. So here's some of the questions. Hold on. I got to find my mouse. All right. So some of the questions we've got. So how do you set a good weight loss goal? Guys, you know, they always used to talk about the fact that weight loss, don't lose more than this, or this is going to make you sick or whatever. Guys, when you apply these principles, you can lose weight very rapidly. But I got to tell you, it takes time. If you've been consuming sugar with a very maladapted metabolism that only knows how to process sugar, it may take a while. But guys, don't quit. I got to tell you, don't quit. I don't know how many patients have gotten to the point where they're just right on the precipice of having a huge breakthrough and they quit. They quit their care. They quit their nutrition. They quit their fitness. They quit their mindset. They quit their gratitude. They quit. They just quit. How would you know if you quit? So what I'm telling you right now, set your weight loss goals, be realistic, but don't quit. quit. Keep pouring in, keep moving forward. And guys, you'll hit that precipice and then the back hill slide will come and the weight will melt off. The fitness will be restored. Your health will be restored and you'll get the life that you deserve. What's the purpose of intermittent fasting? I kind of talked a lot about that, so I'm not going to do a lot on that one. Just think of it like spring cleaning. It's binding up all of that garbage and clearing it out. In fact, toxins are stored inside of our fat cells. So when we're intermittent fasting, the body is forcing to pull those toxins out, process, and eliminate that. Again, spring cleaning. So that's a good way to detoxify just through that. And what else we got here? Can people with diabetes fast the same as everyone else? Now, guys, there's two types of diabetes. There's diabetes type 2, which is the one late onset. These are called adult onset till kids are getting it now because of our terrible diet, okay? And then there's the one you're born with. Now, you can do intermittent fasting on either one of those. Typically, the insulin-dependent diabetic, they need to manage their sugars with insulin. They tend to be more thin. And the type 2 diabetic, because of insulin receptor burnout, we tend to be more obese. So intermittent fasting for the type 2, absolutely the best thing you can do. You want to clean up your receptor sites and fix your diabetes and plummet your sugar numbers, intermittent fast, and apply the chiropractic. Those two things. I got a patient right now, Robert. I tell you what, he was the biggest struggle I've ever had. He had something called the LADA, latent onset diabetes of adulthood, the most challenging type of diabetes you can have. His numbers came back to normal. Blood test. That's how we knew. So he's getting better. Okay. Let's see what else. Should women fast differently from their male counterparts? Now, absolutely. The key element is that you've got to make sure that when you're a fertile young woman, the hormones tend to get out of balance. So instead of doing an 8-hour eating window, do a 10-hour eating window, and that will help. Everybody else, 8 hours is just fine. The 18, 16, 8, and 3 window. 16-hour fasting, 8 hours of eating, 3 days a week for the fast. Okay. Can I work out when fasting? That's just the third step, child. You got the ketosis coupled with fasting, add to it the exercise, and exercise while fasted. That's one of the best things you can do to help you lose the weight. Okay. Guys, my battery said low battery. I'm kind of afraid we might lose it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the question short. But I do want to say thank you and bless you all for being a part of my broadcast. Again, watch parties, share the links, use the information, use everything that we teach. Guys, bless you. Thank you so much for participating. I wish I could climb right in through this internet and hug each one of you as I do after each of my live broadcasts. But that's kind of a thing that hopefully someday will return. But as of right now, it's not. So I'll have to hug you when I can and just get that virtual hug in. Again, bless you all. Thank you.